Hello, I am Gretchen Griffin with District 2867. I'm the District Sales Manager, and we are here today to show you how to make a beauty bouquet, or in today's case, a fragrance bouquet. And I have most of the work already completed just to save time for the video efforts. But when we get done, you're going to have these cute little tissue paper flowers that look like this. We started with a vase and we put some of the little heart-shaped candies in the vase. In the bottom, you can put anything you want. You can even put decorative tissue paper in there if you don't want to put candy in the bottom. And today we're going to be using the Ultra Sexy Pink from Avon for our coming in our campaign for Valentine timing. So we have the whole set. So we have the perfume, and then we have the other two pieces to the set over here already on the dowels. And I'll show you how we're going to attach this on the presentation that we're doing right now. When you're doing fragrances, or even if you're not doing fragrances, it's always a good idea just to take some of the Avon perfume and spritz the tissue paper so it has the scent on it, or it smells good. If you're not doing a fragrance bouquet, you can actually do a bouquet for any type of product. You can do naturals, you can do a beauty bouquet with makeup. And you can also do like a footworks bouquet. Those are nice for especially people in the hospital. Basically, I've already completed the tissue flowers here, and I left one just to show you how we do that. I take a full piece of tissue paper that looks like this originally, and we cut it into 4 pieces just to make it smaller. And they come out into squares about this size. It really doesn't matter what size they are. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're just going to fold. I use 2 pieces at a time because I think it makes a prettier tissue flower. You can use as many sheets as you want. It works with 1. It works with more than 2. But you basically just turn the corners to where they're catty corner, and you have corners on all sides sticking out. And you poke your finger in the middle and just bunch it up in the middle. And pour your tissue paper up like that. And this, I use these little planner sticks that already have, it has a wire on it already. But you can use any kind of, I've actually used toothpicks before. You can use any kind of stick that you want, and you can even tape it on there. I like these because it already has the wire on it, so I don't have to mess with the tape. And you just twist it on the dowel, and then you wrap the little wire around it, and voila, you have your tissue paper flower. And I have some with pink, some with red. You can do whatever colors you want, and it just happens to go right along with the color scheme for Valentine's Day and our Ultra Sexy Pink. So we have all of our little flowers done now. It doesn't matter, you can do as many as you want. You know, the more you have, the fluffier it looks. And now I'm going to show you how I start with, you know, we put the candy in the vase. This is the first part. I get these little sponges at the Dollar Tree. The vase came from the Dollar Tree. Everything came from the Dollar Tree except for the pack of wooden dowels that we have the products on. I get these in a pack at Walmart, and they're just wooden dowels, and then I sharpen the ends of them with a pencil sharpener so that they'll stick into the styrofoam a little easier. And it does kind of make a difference what kind of styrofoam you get. I've had to, of course, we cut it down to size to fit each vase, and you want to make sure that it's a small pour, because the dowels and stuff will kind of fall out of it if it's one of those large pours that aren't very strong. So that is really the only thing that makes a difference, and you can find these at the Dollar Tree as well for $1. And I just take 2 sheets of full-size tissue paper for this one, and this is going to be like the bottom layer of this tissue, so I just bring it up over. I'm missing a step. I cover this sponge foam part completely with a sheet of tissue paper first, and then I put it down in the center, and that's really just to make sure none of the foam part is sticking up. And I always just catty corner the tissue paper so that the corners are sticking up on each side, and it just makes it a little more fluffier when you put it into the vase. So this is actually going to not only cover up our little foam piece, but it's going to provide some more fluff at the bottom of our base here. And I actually, if I can reach it, have just a little bow with a twisty tie on it. That is kind of going to go around this when we get finished, and it's going to hold that paper up a little easier for us. And you just want to push your styrofoam down in there, and you're going to open that back up so you have access to put all of your little flowers in here. And then you basically just start building your flowers, your tissues here. So basically the idea is just to make this look fuller and make it look pretty. And it's going to be covering up the bottom part here where the styrofoam was. So I'm not a creative person. I'm not a real crafty person type. I don't think I am anyway. And so I just really kind of thought this was a quick, easy, very cheap way that we could wow our customers and offer them a different type of gift giving. You know, if we have something new and different that nobody else has, then we could wow our customers. So, not to mention all the guys that really don't know what they're going to buy their women for Valentine's Day. This could be a nice present for them, and they will be very thankful that you had it to offer to them. Okay, so just something like that, and then it really is just to fill in where the products are not. And it gives it a little flowery feel. So then we just add the products, and it kind of does matter what size vase you're using based on what kind of products you're using. So these are a little bit heavier. So I have, I went with a taller vase because you don't want it tipping over on your customers. Okay, so these are the two pieces that I already have on the dowel. So we'll go ahead and stick those in there. And so you can see how it's going to start taking shape. And then the last one that we're going to put on is the actual fragrance that I just put back in the box. And reach my tape over here. So all I do is really just take the dowel. I'm going to actually use the short one, I think. Maybe. That might be too short. I'll have to use the tall one. It's going to just stick down in there further. So I really just take a piece of the wide packing tape when it's big products like this. And I'm going to stick it over the dowel wherever I want the product to go. And this one I'm going to put down just a little bit lower because it is a shorter product, so I don't have to stick the dowel all the way through the sponge. And then I'm just going to tape that to the back of the product. And sometimes you need to secure the top and bottom parts, but I think on this one will be okay since it's a smaller product. And that's all you do. That's really easy. And then we just stick it down in here. And get it in the middle there as best we can. And tuck it too straight in. So you want to start like towards the back so you can angle it back a little bit. And twist it around to your need there. And you can see I left that for a purpose because I have a little card here that I'm going to put on there. And then we have a Happy Valentine's Day balloon that we're actually going to put in there as well. And this is just something that we're going to tape to one of these little things that already have the, it's like one of the planners without the wire. So I'm just going to tape it to it. And you don't have to use these. You can get these at the Dollar Tree as well for $1. Everything here is really inexpensive because we don't want to add a lot of, or I personally didn't want to add a lot of expense to it, and I wanted it to be affordable for our representatives to be able to make as well. So not only is it great for you, but it's a great idea for your customers as well. So if you think about the money that you're saving, you can actually get the Ultra Sexy Pink. If you get more than 2 of them at a time, you can get those at a 45% earnings out of the campaign for What's New. So you can really create some nice profit on these types of things. Okay, now we have our little, we have just our little designed, our little bows here, little curly Q bows that you can use just to cover up the stick. And then I also have these little gift tag type cards that come with a little tiny envelope that open up and you can write whatever you want inside of it. And these came 3 in a pack, and I also got those at the Dollar Tree. But these actually have the little hearts on it, so it went right along with our theme for Valentine's Day. So I would, if I was, you can also get those 3 little forks where you can stick that down in, but I would actually put these on here. I would put that little bow right there and put that on there like that, and just tape it to where they could see it when they pulled it off. And then the last thing that I would do is just kind of fluff this up a little bit into the bouquet here. And so if you think about the extra cost that's in this, along with the product that we had on here, it's only, you could think $1 for the vase, $1 for the candy. The whole pack of dowels only cost a couple of dollars at Walmart. And everything else was at the Dollar Tree. So I probably only have about $3 or $4 in the making of this. And with the great savings on the product that we have in the bouquet, I could actually give this to a customer for a really great price, especially for Valentine's Day. And if you consider how much they're spending on flowers and jewelry, and you can even put jewelry in here as well. You know, we have some fantastic jewelry options that you could add to these bouquets. For District 2867, this is Gretchen Griffith, and I hope you enjoyed our step-by-step instructions on how to do a fragrance bouquet.